Hey guys, so I'm sick right now, but I just thought that if I don't get this done, it'll be really too late to say anything because I know that the Canadian Figure Skating Championships and the U.S. Nationals that happened like 2 weeks, I can't even talk, 2 to 3 weeks ago, and if I don't say it now, then it just wouldn't make any sense. So, just for an overview, is that I watched almost all of the Canadian Nationals, and I only got to watch the U.S. ladies free skate on TV because they didn't air the short program on TV, and I don't have a subscription to Ice Network, so I couldn't see the rest of it. I was sad, but I will do a review on both. But I'll definitely go into more depth of the Canadian ones because I saw everything. Okay, so let's get started. So the Canadian Nationals were from January 16th to 22nd, and they had everything from novice to senior. I'll start from the bottom up, and I'll tell you my thoughts on the ones that I got to watch more of and what I'm excited to see. Let's see. So, novice men. Anthony Kahn won by about 8 points, which is cool because I've been seeing him in the novice men's section a little while, and he's finally won, so I think he'll be going to the juniors next year, which would be fun to see. Novice woman was Madeline Dunley, who had won by 5 points and had a comfortable lead throughout most of the competition. Novice pairs. Oh, I was watching this very closely, actually. Haley Bell and Alistair Sylvester had won by 13 points, but that was just because they had the triple throws, while Dylan Conway and Dustin Sheriff Clayton, the silver medalists, only had doubles. But I think that their quality of skating would have got them the gold otherwise. Novice dance was Lauren Collins and Danny Seymour, who had just won by 0.21 points. So, good for them. And they actually won over Melinda Mung and Andrew Mung, who I kind of thought were like the Shibatanis, but the Canadian and like the up and coming ones. But I hope that they will either go to juniors or improve. So until then, on the junior ranks, junior men is Mitchell Gordon, who had won novice men last year. So kudos to him for winning over Peter O'Brien by less than a point. Junior woman was Gabrielle Damon, who won by 5 points. Her spins are amazing, and I think that she'll do well in the senior ranks next year. Junior pairs is Catherine Bobeck and Ian Bahari, who wasn't surprised because they had won, they were the silver medalists at the Junior Grand Prix final this year, and they won by 27 points here, which is ridiculous, but they blew away the crowd, so there was no competition for them anyways. Junior dance was Adrian Paulin and Marc-Andre Servant, who had won by less than 2 points, so kudos to them. And senior men. Okay, so I watched the senior competition, entire thing, everything. And wow, it was pretty amazing this year. Going into this, I kind of knew that Patrick Chan would win just because he was the world champion last year and he broke a world record. And there really isn't anyone that can compare to him on the national level. So I was expecting him to win, but then I watched the short program and he was perfect, which he's known for being inconsistent and pulling Midori Ito at the Grand Prix final. But he won 100. He got 100 in the short program, which is ridiculous. But he does play a system well, and looking at his detailed score charts, you can see that everything he does has positives. GOEs, and they have everything he does is level 4s and level 3s. Only his spin was level 3, which is surprising because usually he's really good about just getting everything perfect. So maybe he just missed a rotation in the spin, but I'm pretty sure by Worlds he'll fix that up. He did a very solid quad toe, triple toe, triple axel, and a triple lutz, which had got him amazing points. He actually got 2.5 extra points on triple axel, which is ridiculous. And his program components, he got 4 tens in the various program components. And yeah, so silver medalist was Kevin Reynolds, who had won over the bronze medalist by Jeremy 10 by about 31 points, which is also ridiculous, but I was pretty sure that he's going to get second anyways because Joey Russell and what's the other guy's name? Sean Sawyer, they have retired, so I was pretty sure he was going to get past them because even though Kevin, he is the quad man as they call him in Canada, because he can land 3 quads in the program. He's yet to do so in competition, but I'm pretty sure by this year he will land the quad loop, and he'll be known for that because he's already known for landing 2 quads in short program. So he's gonna try and land 3 in Worlds, which he's going to, which I'm excited about. But then again, his program components have been a lot lower. Looking at his free skate program components, a lot of his are anywhere from a 6 to an 8, which pales in comparison to Patrick Chan, obviously. But he has gotten a lot better. I've watched all his performances, and he's gotten much better, and his jumps are just amazing. Anyways, and also his GOEs are a lot lower than his. Like Patrick, all of his are positives. Well, Kevin's his are, it varies a lot. So he had some negative ones for his under rotation of the quad loop, some under rotations of certain jumps he did. But anyways, bronze medalist was Jeremy 10, who had injuries over the past 2 years. So this is a very strong comeback for him. I kind of thought that Elijah Bald, who was originally in 3rd place, was dropped down because he was a point less than Jeremy 10, should have got the bronze, because I thought that his presentation, his Michael Jackson medley, was so much better. But I'm not a judge, I'm just a critique and a YouTuber. 5th place was Andre Rogozin, who was Junior Worlds champion last year. He had some trouble on his jumps, but I think he will be better off later on. 6th is Liam Fires, who remind me of Patrick Chan and El Novo Stoico, like, in one. So it would be nice to see what he had later on. And 7th place is Nam Nguyen, who was the 13-year-old phenom that everyone was talking about because he has won everything over the past 5 years in the Canadian ranks. And he was in the Junior Grand Prix circuit this year, but he didn't make it to the final. But he's 13. He can take his time with that. Senior woman is Amélie Lacoste, who won by less than 2 points. I was really happy about that because I thought that she should have won over Cynthia Phaneuf, and it kind of pissed me off that Cynthia Phaneuf was rambling about her not getting the medal, not winning, and she thought she should have won. But I thought that Amelia, she had a better free program, and she was second half of the short program. She did have a high short program score, so that did bring her over Cynthia Phaneuf. And right now there is a controversy between who should be going to Worlds, because after Cynthia's poor performance and Amélie Lacoste's debut last year, they only have their rankings totaled up, and they can only send 1 woman to Worlds this year. So they have to decide when they're going to after 4 continents, which will be in, I think, 2 weeks from now. So we'll see what happens then. But I think that Amelia should go to Worlds just because, yes, she is champion, and I think it's her time to shine. 3rd place was Kaden Osmond, who was originally first at the short program with the triple toe, and everyone was like, wow, like, this is new girl on the street, like, no one knows who she is. So, and she got bronze in the end because she faltered in the free skate, but that's okay because she got a medal, so it's fine. 4th place is Alexandra Nahara. I love her short program, but this is her 2nd time after wow, I can't talk. This is her 4th place finish at Worlds, as well as Andrea DeSantis, who came in 5th. It's her 2nd time in 5th at Nationals. Continuing on is senior pairs. So this competition, no one knew who was going to win because after Jessica Dubé had broken up with Bryce Davison, and she has a new partner now, and there are all these new talents, and they had no idea who was going to win pairs. So after the short program, there were 3 people tied for first place, or almost tied at least. There was a 1 point in difference between the top 3 pairs. And those top 3 was Megan Duhamel, Eric Radford, Jessica Bay, Sebastian Wolf, and Kristen Moore Towers and Dylan Moskovich, who were 1st, 2nd, and 3rd after the short program. But then in the short program, from what it looks like, Kristen Moore Towers and Dylan Moskovich fell to 4th. I didn't actually watch their free program, but I think she fell once or twice, and that probably just brought them down 4 points. And Paige Lawrence and Rudy Swiggers, who are 4th at the short program, captured the bronze medal. Jessica Dubé and Sebastian Wolf, they are still a new team, but they can do triple twist, so no complaints there. Their components are great. I think they just need to work a little bit more on just getting up the points, just fix some of the dirty spots because they are a new team. They have time to grow, and they got a silver at Nationals. Okay, so Jessica's amazing, and she's really gotten Sebastian into shape. And the winners were Megan Duhamel and Eric Radford. I was so happy. I love them as a couple. I saw them at SK Canada and thought they were amazing. They won by 19 points because their free program was solid, perfect. Because in the short program they botched a lift when they messed up the timing, and they had like side by side triple lutzes, which were perfect, which is really hard in pairs. It's even hard in singles, so it's amazing that they got that far. Senior ice dance. This was a really tough competition because I know that Tessa Virgin Scott Moyer. I was pretty sure they're going to win, anyways, because just how their standard is so much higher than everybody else, and they were second at the Worlds last year, and they won the Olympics. So I think they're just amazing. But then I did watch Kaylin Weaver and Andrew Poge at SK Canada, and they were very close up to Tessa Virgin Scott Moyer, though nothing in comparison, but still good contenders, and they were fifth at the Worlds last year, which is amazing. And here at the short dance, I was watching this and I was on the edge of my seat the whole time because Kaylin Weaver and Andrew Poge, they were less than 1/10 of a point behind Tessa Virgin Scott Moyer because Tessa had tripped during the twizzle, which was heartbreaking because usually everything they do is perfect. And yes, they were saying that they had made some changes to their short dance, which I think they just needed a little more time to have them settled in for a competition, but they still won easily by 5 points in the free dance when they were perfect. And since they only won by 5 points over Kaylin Weaver and Andrew Poge, I think that just shows how much higher the quality that they've gotten to and how much Kaylin Weaver and Andrew Poge have improved. Third medalist was Piper Gills and Paul Poirier. As you know, Paul Poirier was paired with Vanessa Crone, who had won the 2011 Nationals. And I wasn't really expecting them to get this high up, but they got bronze. Good for them. But Piper Gills has not cleared her U.S. citizenship or green stuff, so she can't compete at Worlds. They're sending in fourth place finishers Karis Ralph and Asher Hill, who were 16 points behind them because they didn't do well in their free dance. But it's okay. So yeah. And the berths for each of the international competitions. For continents, which will be in about 2 weeks. The men will be Patrick Chan, Kevin Reynolds, Jeremy Tan. Ladies is Amelia Lacoste, Cynthia Phaneuf, and Alexandra Naharo, which is surprising because I thought that it would be Kaylin Osmond, but that's okay. I think Alexandra Naharo deserves that. Pairs is Megan Duhamel, Erin Radford, Jessica DeBay, Sasha Wolf, Paige Lawrence, Rudy Swigers, which is pretty obvious. Ice dance is Virtue Moyer, Weaver Poge, and Alexandra Paul and Mitchell Islam, which is good for them because they were fifth and being the first alternates again for Worlds, which was a little frustrating because they were that last year, but that's fine because they have improved since last year, definitely. But at least they go to 4 continents, right? Let's see. World Junior Championships will be Liam Fires, who I think won't medal, if not win, because he has such high program components, and I don't see why he couldn't. But at the same time, Nam Nguyen is also going, and he is a very strong contender too, so let's see what happens then. Ladies, his sole competitor will be Kaylin Osmond, which makes sense because she's 16, Naharo's 18, so I don't know. That's how that works. I don't know how they figured it out. Pairs, Bobek and B. Harry, which I think they're going to win this year, if not medal, because of just how strong their performances are in the junior circuit this year at the Grand Prix. And then the next one will be Margaret Purdy and Michael Marinero, who were, wait for it, where were they? Senior pairs. They were 6th at pairs, so kudos to them. And third place is the junior pairs champions Haley Bell and Alistair Sylvester, and the ice dance with Nicole Orford and Thomas Williams, who I thought were awesome. And in the second berth is going to Adrian Poland and Mark Andrew Servon, who won the junior dance, I'm pretty sure. World champions, it was pretty obvious who was going to go. Patrick, Kevin, Megan Duhamel, Eric, Jessica DeBay, Sebastian Wolf, Virtue Moyer, Weaver Poche, and because Piper has not cleared the U.S. stuff yet, Karis, Ralph, and Asher Hill will be taking their place instead. But for ladies, they haven't decided yet, as I said earlier, but we'll see what happens at 4 continents. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too long, and you can understand me because my head is all cloggy, but I just wanted to tell you this first. But yeah, so that's the Canadian Nationals, and I will continue on with the U.S. Nationals, and now. Okay.